Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Bill Foss, who will be talking about the Akashic Records and doing readings for you. And before I bring on Bill, I just want to make some quick announcements that on July 6th, I'm going to have Carl Jung talking about out-of-body experiences. On July 13th, I'm having Francis Poland talking about automatic writing. And July 27th, I'm having Toby Gran talking about soul readings. And on August 8th, I'm having Frank Falcon talking about tarot. And I'm going to have Brian Ross on August 17th. And he's going to be he's the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Goldilocks Production. And on August 10th, I'm having Gary Wimmer talking about stone readings. On August 24th, Bill Foss will be my guest again talking about psychic healing. And on August 31st, I'm having Tyler Bowman talking about the crystal ball. And on July 8th, I'm going to be at the Learning Life Foundation Psychic Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on July 29th, I'm going to be at the School of Multidimensional Healing Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Bill Foss. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi.
Hello, Shelley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Boy, it sounds like you're busy these days.
Yes, I have a lot of guests line up.
That's wonderful.
Thank you. And can you tell the callers a little bit about yourself, Bill?
Sure, Shelley. Well, this is Bill Foss, and I have two books out, two primary books that I'm known for with my body of work. My first book is The Secrets of Spiritual Success. And the second book, which is what I'm most noted for, is Journey to the Akashic Records. So I'm most noted currently for my work with the Akashic Records. And over the course of my self-development, my self-discovery, like you and so many others that do what we do and are learning and teaching and healing and with ourselves and others, I developed other gifts. I started to activate my healing that started to come through from past lives when I had been a healer. I started to activate being able to clear entities away from people, being able to clear entities away from properties. So all of these natural gifts have unfolded for me over the course of the last several years, and it was all triggered and activated by my work within the Akashic Records. So as I came to know and understand the dynamics that were going on with the Akashic Records, with each individual, we might say mechanically, or physically, the physical etheric dynamics or mechanics is another way to put it, so you get a good visual of what was going on and what was capable of each individual to achieve. I started to unfold, and I started to understand that each and every one of us has amazing potential of gifts that are like Tiffany was mentioning on the pre-recorded message, clairvoyance, when she was referring to you, or being able to intuit cards, or being able to work with pets. All of these things, whether someone is a Reiki master or they're studying theta healing, all of these things help a person to open. And when you get connected, or you get, when you find the records, and this was the case that happened with me, as I found the records and started practicing, I started having my own personal experiences. And then as I continued to work with them and continued to share and help others to understand, learn, heal, and open into the records, show them how to get in, then I found there's a whole other dynamic of gifts and abilities through the dynamics, through the spectrum of the Akashic Records that's available, and that is connected to your own specific ways that and gifts that you will work through, such as theta healing or matrix energetics or psychic reading or pet psychics or pet detective or whatever. So that's an overview of where I'm at right now and back through time with my work with the Akashic Records. And my first book, The Secrets of Spiritual Success, was written basically as a guidepost for it's sort of a spirituality 101, if you will. I never planned to be an author. I never planned to be a healer or a teacher. The teaching part was what I got tapped into because I wanted to share with others. And that was a natural for me. So when I got tapped into my first book, when I got tapped on the shoulder by God to write the first book, I literally put everything in it that I knew from 20 years of study. So if you want a good book, check out that Secrets of Spiritual Success, and I must say the Journey to the Akashic Records is now it's a prolific, it's a bestseller, and it's probably one of the best sources on the Akashic Records that you're going to find on the market. Detailed information about the records, hands down.
That's quite an accomplishment, Bill. That's good.
Well, thank you.
And Bill, let's take our first caller, which is area code 561. Hello, 561.
Hello. Thank you so much for taking my call. We really appreciate it.
What is your name?
Stacy. And I'd just like to know when you see a job coming in, it's, been... it's forever, what I'm saying? I've been trying. I even, I have a degree in business, and I was trying, office interviews. And then since I wasn't having any luck, I was, even with the temp agencies, I tried to go and find waitressing, apply for waitressing. And I guess they see my resume of office things and I don't get hired for waitressing. So I want to know when you see a break, because it's not Mercury retrograde, but it just feels like it.
Sure, I get that. What's your name again, dear?
Stacy.
Stacy, and where are you located at, Stacy?
In South Florida, and I guess it's nice.
You're in South Florida?
Yeah, and it just seems hard. If I was in Orlando,
okay.
maybe I'd Disney, but here it just doesn't seem. There's a lot of people out of work. The unemployment rate, they said, is low.
It's not a real business-oriented area, is it? It's more of a vacation-oriented area. Everybody's chill down there.
Well,
okay, so let's move into this. Let's move into it, Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that I want you to do, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to promise me that you're going to sit down and get quiet. I hear anxiety in your voice. I hear you outside of yourself. I hear a lot of movement, running from place to place, running outside of yourself, searching blindlessly and aimlessly, okay? Your subconscious and your ego is continuing to spiral you through that and manifest from that place, okay? It's got your nose above water and you're treading to keep your nose above water. So you're manifesting. That's why it feels like Mercury retrograde, honey. So I want you to acknowledge that, and I want you to sit down. Promise me you're going to sit down on a park bench or in your car with the AC on or at home. Before you look, I want you to get real quiet. I want you to close your eyes and go into a point of light and take a few deep breaths. And I want you to center yourself. And I want you to say, I am worthy of finding a job in the field that I desire. And I can. And I want you to be thankful. I want you to send a little prayer up to God when you do that. Then I want you to get up and I want you to move through the day with knowing, like, it's coming. I know I've got it. I want you to feel some peace in your body before you jump out the door and start driving down the freeway, okay? And start talking to people. I do see work coming in for you, okay? I do see work. You do have work coming up very soon. The thing is, I want the charge of energy that you send out to the universe to be more stable, kind, gentle, foundational, so that when you get that job, it's not a mixed bag, okay? So that you aren't outside of yourself, that you don't feel like, you barely feel like you're good enough to have that job. You're so lucky to get it that you know what I mean? So I really want you to focus. I do think you're going to get work coming in soon. I feel a charge of energy around it. God never gives us more than we can handle, okay? The universe never gives you more than you can handle. But it's very important for you right now. And I know Shelley's going to have some insight for you as well. But I just want to tell you, from this point, this is your wake-up call, okay? This is your wake-up call to sit down, get quiet, see that point of light, take a few deep breaths, and really, really get centered and say, I got a job coming, and get creative about what you want. I want a job in the field. I have a job coming. I have the job coming that I want from the field that I work in, business or finance or whatever it may be. Something creative that's just perfect for me. And as you sit down and you get grateful about that and get comfortable, as soon as you do that, the angels, your soul, your guides, everybody on the other side can say, oh my God, she gets it. Here it is. So that's how quick it can show up. Now psychically it can show up. You know, Shelley's going to give you insights on what she sees. And I'm going to tell you from my perspective that it can show up within a certain given time, yes, based on the signals that you're sending out to the universe. If you want to collapse that time, do it now, get centered, get quiet, sit down and start praying and start visualizing and it's going to show up for you real quick.
Yeah, yesterday I went to meditate like on the beach to relax, be surrounded by nature, and I also listened to a meditation tape. So I tried that, and so
you can also write it down. Write it down.
Yeah. Well, I write down the jobs I write down the jobs I go to. I keep track of them and stuff. And some I really thought I got some of them, and then no call back. And I'm like thinking, wow. And I even get there early on the interview. I'm like one of the first interviews, and I get there early. So I don't know if the last.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. So you don't think I should do the waitressing?
Do whatever you need to do to support yourself. That's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I tried that.
Let's say, if you go to see an Indian master, if you go to see Mother Mira, or if you read about her messages in her books, they'll say, Mira, they'll say, Mother, Divine Mother, what should I do? Should I do this or do that? And she would say, do whatever you need to do. Okay? Mm-hmm. So number one, be practical. Number one, be practical. And it could be that you take a waitressing job, and if you keep doing the visualizing, you're saying yes to the universe. Say yes to everything.
Yeah, but I even applied. Yes. I applied to the waitressings too, like 8 of them so far,
I'm
and
sorry,
nothing.
We have to take other callers.
Okay.
Do you see any?
Go ahead, Shelley.
I felt that you were going to get a job in a restaurant that has different branches. You weren't going to work as a waitress. You were going to work in their office for a restaurant that has a lot of branches. Or it was going to be a furniture store, but you were going to be working in the office of the furniture store. Not in the store itself, but in the corporation. So I do feel that you are going to get an office job, and I feel that that's coming up July, August, so something's coming up in the next month or two, and you are going to be getting a job. And Bill, how can Stacy get in contact with you? Okay,
Stacy, if you want to get in contact, my website is billfoss.net, BILLFOSS.net. Yes. And my phone number is 918-770-3810.
Thank you both. I keep that everything down, and thank you. And I hope to tell you good news soon. And that's very enlightening.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Stacey.
Thank you, Shelley, too. Both of you.
You're welcome. I'm now going to do my interview with Bill Foss on the Akashic Records, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 551. What are the Akashic Records, Bill?
Well, Shelley, the Akashic Records are the Akashic Records could also be called the Sky Library, or you could call it the Soul Records of each individual. So every time we talk about it, we describe it in a little different way so somebody can get their mind around it in different ways if they're continuing to listen, if they're just showing up for this show. The Akashic Records is an actual, look at it as a modern day modality. So you've got psychic awareness, you have psychic abilities, clairvoyance, ESP, mediumship, which is talking to people who have passed to the other side, talking to pets, connecting with the earth, connecting with the angels, the guides, and then you have Akashic Records. And Akashic Records is not only a modern-day modality along all of those other ways of reading, but it's also an actual place. And the Akashic Records is in a higher dimension above the fifth dimension and the outer atmosphere of the planet, and it's a way station for the souls. So a way, W-A-Y, a way station, sort of like Grand Central Station for the souls that check in between lifetimes. So when we leave, when we leave the physical reality, we're going to go up. You and I and everyone else, we're going to be transported up with our guides to the records, and they're going to say, how was that? How was your trip? How was your transition? Are you okay? Let's take a look at your lifetime. Let's take a look at the, from the time you were born, the agreements that you made, the harmonic energetics and, of agreements and contracts that you came in with to complete, and let's see where you're at. So with that, we can access that consciously and through meditations and through some people access it through near-death experiences. They go to the other side and say, I went to this great temple and there were scrolls and books. We can also access it by reading with somebody, such as myself or someone else that does Akashic Records. And the Akashic Records is going to have all of your soul agreements that you came in with, sometimes from other star systems, sometimes most definitely from other lifetimes, of work that you have to complete with family members, with significant others, maybe karmas that need to be completed. Sometimes there are beautiful, beautiful connections with soulmates or twin flames. Any and all of the above. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to get long-range, powerful, long-range information that can color and help you to understand all of the other readings that you're getting.
Awesome. Well, let's take our next caller, Bill, which is area code 551. Hello, 551.
Okay. Hello, this is Tanisha. I'm calling from New Jersey.
What's your name?
Tanisha.
Tanisa?
Yes.
Hello, Tanisa.
Hi, Tanisha.
Hi. My question is regarding career. What do you see for me?
Tanisha, what's your last name, honey?
McKnight.
Tanisha, I do see you involved in the business world, but I also see you involved in healing. And I want to say, could that be along the lines of hospital work? Could that have to do with nursing, or also business offices that are connected with hospitals?
Well, that's what I currently do now.
Okay.
While I'm in the hospital, but I was thinking about going to school for medical, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, there's something that's a big commitment from just working in the hospital, right? So,
well, dialysis.
Okay, there you go. Dialysis. I would investigate some different branches that are specialist centers or clinics within the hospital, such as radiology. Radiology
Okay.
would be good for you.
Well, can you, radiology, I'm a social worker right now, so do you see me staying in this field or branching out of that?
You can branch outside of it. I mean, you can easily branch outside, but there within within working for the medical healthcare system, there's many different jobs that you can do within that institution. So it may be at the same location, it may be at a completely different location.
But you still see me staying in, like, and possibly looking for something, because I'm really trying to find some answers outside of the 9 to 5 kind of thing.
I see you getting outside of the 9 to 5. I see you working more. Either see if you get into radiology or if you get into nursing or something, you're going to be on a schedule where you're going to be working 2 or 3 days on, 2 or 3 days off, and working long hours. And it could even be evenings. You might be in evenings. So the social working, I see you moving away from that. Okay. I think that's the main thing. Is I think you're ready for something that's got a little more. It's going to give you a little more personal style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's great service work. It's great service work and helping people right down on the deck, right down on the level where they need it. But you have to put out fire after fire when you're dealing with people on that level. And so God bless everyone. God bless everyone that you're there to work with them. But I think you're ready personally to move on up and on, and I think you will. And I think you'll find something that's just perfect for you.
Do you see it being? Because I'm trying to see if it. Do you see it being in nursing, physician assistant, or?
Okay, here's the main thing that I want. Here's the main vibe I'm getting for you. Okay, the main vibe I'm getting is I want you to look at nursing, medical assistant, radiology, and any and all of the other, even emergency. What is it? EFT, where you're in the ambulance. Look at all of these different, and I want you to think which one feels the most creative to me. What feels, when you walk in and you look at it, think, wow, that's creative. That there's something exciting about this, what they're doing here. That's what I want you to look for. That's the vibe I want you to look for. So I feel that you can do multiple. I think that you could do multiple jobs easily, but that's the one that I want you to look for, that vibe.
Tanisha,
well, what about travel?
Tanisha, I do feel that you're going back to school, that you are going to go for medical training. And I agree with Bill that you should narrow down what you want to do in the medical field and go to school for it to get your license and certification. So I feel you're going to be going to the school as we get into the fall. So it's not that far off in the future that you'll be going to school. And I feel that there is a medical job coming up for you. So I do feel that you are going to leave social work and you are going to get a medical job. And Bill, how can Tanisha get in contact with you?
Tanisha, if you want to get in contact, take a look at my website, and the website is billfoss.net, www.billfoss.net, and then my phone number for readings is 918-770-3810.
And you could get a hold of me, Tanisha, at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Tanisha.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're now going to continue our interview with Bill Foss on the Akashic Records, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 650. What are the Akashic Records in relation to psychic awareness and activities, Bill?
Oh, that's a good question, Shelley. I'm glad you asked that. So psychic awareness, psychic awareness is really a special thing. So those of us who are naturally gifted psychically, such as yourself and others, you'll feel a very fine, high-frequency charge of energy coming from their face, from their head, from the energy fields around the body. Not always, but some of us have that dynamic. Psychic activity is literally when you're tapping in across either on the phone or in person, and you're tapping into that person's energy fields, their mind as a whole, and or their third eye, and you're getting direct messages from within them. So this is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and we can project, we can sense, we can know, we can visualize. There are many different ways. Psychic activity is harnessed to all the senses. Much like this dynamic, where psychic activity uses the mind, the brain, and the mind field around the body. So the brain is driving the mind field around the body. The Akashic Records is up, as we were stating earlier, the Akashic Records is up in this great etheric field where there is a temple and there's libraries on higher dimensions, and there's a thread coming down into your crown chakra, and you have, around all of your other fields in your body, you have a soul field. So this is the soul. This is who's talking to you on the phone. This is who's listening to this on the phone. We're listening through our soul. Our soul is listening through our senses, is tending itself in through the human body. It's enjoined with the human body. So the soul also has what we call intuition. Now, intuition is sort of like you have three different levels of dynamics happening in your body. You have intuition in the soul, you have psychic in the mind, and then you have empathic coming or sensing from the body tissue itself. So you have these three different levels, and any of those can tap up into the other ways of reading. So if you're psychic, you can tap up into the Akashic Records, keep looking through the psychic, and then move down into the feelings of the body. Well, I feel this, I feel that, I'm getting a sensation about that. And the same is true with the Akashic Records. So oftentimes when I'm working with the Akashic Records, I will come down from the route, go up to the records to get information. I'll come down and move through the mind and bring psychic info through as a blend, and then sometimes even move farther down in and go into my body to see what I'm feeling on that level. So you've got three different levels that you can work with others on.
Awesome. That's interesting. And
Thank you.
Bill, let's take our next caller, which is area code 650. Hello, 650.
Hi, Shelley. Hi, Bill. Thank you for taking my call.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Miranda. I'm calling from California.
Miranda?
Miranda, yes.
Hello, Miranda.
Hi. So my question is regarding a potential move. I've set the intention out to the universe. I want to move and live in a home that really just inspires me, and then I just feel happy when I'm there. And I feel like I'm coming into a phase in my life where I'm really going to be branching out and doing the work I was meant to do, which is basically helping others and being a healer. And so I really feel like it's important that my next home fulfills me so that I can be at peace and my soul is at peace. So I'm just wondering if you can connect, whether the records show anything or if you could connect to my soul. I just want to be guided to the right area and the right home.
Okay.
Any input
tell me your full name, dear.
It's Miranda, and the last name is Kaur, K-A-U-R.
K-A-U-R?
Yeah.
Miranda Kaur. Didn't they write a song called "And They Call the Wind Miranda"? No, that was Mariah. Okay. And where are you living now, Miranda?
I'm in California.
What? Yes, but what part?
And I'm near like Mountain View, and I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to stay in this area or maybe move out somewhere. I'm even considering San Francisco, other areas nearby. So I'm just really...
Is Mountain View north or south of...
It is south.
San Francisco. South?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
South, yes.
Well, Miranda, what I'm getting for you is I do think that you're coming into a time when you're going to be doing healing. Yes, that's a given. Mm-hmm. You are going to be moving. That's a given. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a much more peaceful place for you. The one thing that I want you to get your mind around is there's a very fine vibration that's moving back and forth through your body and your mind, which is I've been a healer before in other lives. I'm drawn and guided to be a healer, and I want a good and peaceful place for myself. And yet, there's also a kind of I don't want to say stern, but I want to say a practical. You have this practical side of you that has a tiny bit of fear, about moving forward. It's like, so and the reason why I'm telling you this is because could it be that in spite of yourself, you're going to be in a great place, you're going to be in a great home, so that it's going to happen. Before you know it, you're going to be in a great home. I see this coming for you in 2 to 3 months, and it could be that you instigate it right away, but I just think by the time that you get all your papers signed or the paperwork, whether you're leasing or buying, it's going to be, it's going to take you a little while to get everything together, make the journey, and get set up. And as far as San Francisco, also look at Sacramento. You might want to look at that area.
I can't venture too far off because my husband works in the area, so...
I see, okay. How far from the ocean are you?
I don't think I'm that far. I'm not really good with geography and distance. Yeah. Why do you ask?
I just feel like the water would be really good for you. So, if there's a lake that you can go nearby, water and mountains will be very good for you. I also feel like, I don't know if you've considered it, and you said that you can't, you have a constraint as far as your husband goes, as far as his work, but I do pick up that for you individually, personally, that Southern California, south of LA would be good for you. Between San Diego and LA, in that area. California is a very big place, and you've got many, many different climates. You've got a lot of different microclimates going. So
that's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want to be in a place that excites me because I haven't had the best of luck with the previous homes I've lived in. They just haven't given me that.
I want you to sit down and get quiet. We were talking about this with someone else in a different department earlier. I want you to sit down and get quiet, and I want you to allow yourself to create something that's just right for you. And so I want you to get your mind around what's just right for you, and then I want you to go a little bit farther with it because you have constraints about what's just right for you, okay? Mm-hmm. So I want you to push the envelope just a little bit, and the universe is going to answer you. So it's going to be a little bigger place. It's going to be a little bit better area. It's going to be for the right price. It's going to be peaceful where you can get in and start doing your work and you can feel happy, joyful, good neighbors, good surrounding, good community. That's what I feel for you.
Wonderful. That's what I want, yes.
So just sit down and visualize, ask, and it is going to be given. Just know that it's coming. Whether you want it, I'm not going to say whether you want it or not, but in spite of, in spite of our own tenuous natures, what is coming for us, our soul knows best, and your soul is the one that's going to take you into what you're going to be doing. So sit down and visualize what you want, put out the message, and then make it just a little bit better than what you would ask for.
Okay.
You don't have to go crazy with it, but something that's just right for you is going to be practical. It's going to be just right. And so from that point, your subconscious is involved with the manifesting process based on who you are and the templates that you can feel comfortable in. And then I want you to push that envelope just a little bit farther and say, just a little better, just a little bigger, a little better, a little more, and see what shows up. And I think that's going to help your vision really. That's going to be the excitement factor that's going to help you to manifest in a great way.
Wonderful. And you're thinking in the next few months something will
I think so. I mean 2 or 3. It can happen as soon as 2 or 3 months. You can start the process fairly quick.
Oh, sounds wonderful. Can't wait.
Yeah. So if you'd like to get in touch with me, you can do that at my website is billfoss.net, and my phone number is 918-770-3810.
Perfect. Where are you located, Bill?
I'm based out of Sedona, but I'm on the road most of the summer doing workshops across the country. I'll be in the Midwest. I'm in Dallas currently. Then I'll be in Virginia Beach on the East Coast, and then I'll be in Indianapolis, and then all over the place from there. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, good. Yeah.
Yeah. You can always get me by phone or from the website if you need to.
Sounds good.
Miranda,
right.
I do agree with Bill that within 2 or 3 months' time, you're going to be moving. So it's going to be a quick transaction. It's not going to be something that's going to take a long time. And it is in the California area, and I feel it's either in San Francisco or north of San Francisco. It's very, it's kind of a wooded area, and it could be right outside of
I was getting that too. I was seeing that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Seeing that too. Yeah, a wooded area, kind of outside of San Francisco, and there's water. There's a lake or river. So I do feel that you're going to be near water, and I feel that it's going to be not too far from your husband's work. Your husband will still be able to commute and get to his job. So it does look like you'll be moving in 2 or 3 months, and it looks like it's a wood house. The house is made out of wood, and it has wood paneling, and there's wood floors inside the house, so I see a lot of wood. It's very natural. And it looks like it has 2 or 3 bedrooms with 2 baths, so it looks like it's a good size house. And it looks like it's going to be a house that you're going to be living in a long time. I don't see any other moves in the near future other than this move. I feel that it's going to be the right and perfect house for your husband, that you're going to love the house, and that you're going to stay there a long time.
That sounds wonderful. But near the woods, that's just not me. I find it too isolated. I need to be have a sense of community. I need neighbors around me, and I need to walk to town. That's essential,
Yeah, well, it could be in San Francisco, and it would be a good community for you, a very good community. And Miranda, thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, Bill. I really appreciate your input.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're now going to take our next caller, which is area code 610. Hello, 610.
Hello, Shelley. Hello, Bill. Thank you for taking my call.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Sonia.
Hello, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
Yeah, my question was concerning career. I am presently employed, but I am looking for another position. And I've been actively looking, but I really, haven't found anything yet to receive an interview. And, I'm determined, and I continue to look every day. And I'm just applying for things that have my interest. And I wanted to see what you guys are picking up for me.
What is your name again, dear?
Sonia?
Tanya what?
Sonia.
What is your full name?
My last name? I'd rather not give that out. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I'll just call you Sonia then.
Yes.
Sonia, what town are you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay. I see you managing a store.
Oh, that's
have
really
you thought about doing that?
No, because my field is technology. And I went to college for it many years, and spent a lot of money and many years of study, and things of that nature. But I did, I would rather stay in my field.
What is it? It has a store-like quality to it. So it could be a laboratory. It could be a huge building. It could be a facility with the lighting that what I'm seeing. It could be like store-like. Are you in production or in exploratory research?
None of that. No, I just work in technology field. I do troubleshooting. I work with software. I work with QA. I work with systems. Yeah.
Okay. So is that what you want to continue to do?
Yeah, something, similar. I don't really want to switch something totally new.
Okay.
This is where
have
my
you thought
expertise
about
is.
Have you thought about the Apple Store?
Not really. I'd rather not work in a store. Yeah, I know, but I've had a few people who work there and not very good experience, and even myself, I don't see myself,
What about doing customer service for Apple?
They really, it's, I don't know, I just want something better, if you put it that way, because that's, I have many years of experience and expertise, and that would be something low end for me.
Okay, so what is your question again?
My question is what are you picking up as far as me? How do you see the job hunting going for me? What are you picking up as far as finding a job?
Honestly, I think you need to broaden your horizons a little bit. That's what I'm picking up.
And I have. Don't get me wrong. I know I have been applying to a few different things, but I'm not going to get a job starting all the way to the bottom when I have so many years of experience and education and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because that job you're telling me, I know people that do it. That's like an entry level job.
Now, do you do remote? Is it remote customer service work from home, or are you used to working on site in a facility?
It's not really I'm not taking calls all day. No, I do work in computers. I do software testing. I work with systems, and I do have the ability to work remote. Yes, but it's not like I'm wearing a headset all day and taking calls. No, that's not it. there is
Well,
some client
here's what I see.
interaction. Mm-hmm.
Here's what I see. I see a very big company. I see a big facility. It has neon lighting in it. It's a very big room that you're working in. There are some cubicles, but the whole place is not cubicled off, so it's not a corporate call center. It's not specifically a clean room either, but they do have clean rooms on site. It is somewhere between normal air quality and clean room. So they probably have air filters on site in this room. It could be a higher security level. So that means that they could be servicing military technology or something to do with making aircraft technologies, something of this nature. So that's what I would look towards. Look towards something that is going to have it's going to be a little more heady, if you catch my drift. It's going to give you're going to be able to be around people who are a little more, they're, what do we call them, nerds? The super thinkers, the super thinkers, so that are working in this. So people that are very well studied, have higher level of education, that are working in technology, working for a company or corporation, and it feels like there are several different locations around you now that would fit that description. There's one company that could be a possibility for you that services the Air Force, and they service the Air Force with technology. Excuse me?
Like a third-party company?
Yes, it's an outsourcing. They contract for the government. Okay, so I feel like there's 2 or 3 of those situations out there. The one that I see you working in, it's a very large room. It's gray and blue, kind of a grayish blue, kind of a neutral gray blue. Very large room with fluorescent lighting. And you're able to do multiple jobs for your job description. So you are working with some technology hands-on. You are talking to people on the phone, but you're doing, and it could be low levels of security clearance involved with the job. So that's what I would look towards.
Oh, okay.
So write all of that down, write what we talked about, and then get on your super sleuth hat and start looking around.
I mean, like I said, I look every day, sometimes 7, 8, 9 different sites, I've tried to find a job.
Well, maybe you need to look on site and then get out and drive around a little bit too.
Drive around? Oh, I don't look for a job that way. Yeah, I mean, I will be driving forever. I know it's very big where I live.
Okay. So that's that's the direction I would look in for you. And if you want to get in touch with me, my website is www.billfoss.net, and my phone number for readings is 918-770-3810.
Okay.
Shelley?
Sonia, I do agree with Bill that you're going to get a job involving government. And it is going to be a technical job, and it is going to deal with software, maybe software research or software development, either research or development, or both research and development. And it's going to be maybe about 2 or 3 miles west of where you're living. So it's going to not be too far from home. You know, just about 2 or 3 miles west, whatever's west of you, it'll be in that.
I think that's why I was getting go out and drive around. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did try to apply for something local, and even before I applied, I called them. They said the job was still available, and after I applied, they're like, "No, that job is no longer available." So I'm like, "Why would you tell me this?" I mean, that was pretty close to me. That was almost in my backyard, and it made me kind of
Go
upset
ahead,
because
Shelley,
I called them. Yeah, were you guys picking up a time frame for this?
Go ahead, Shelley.
July or August.
July or August? Okay.
Yeah. So before September time, you would have found a new job and have relocated to the new job.
Okay. I guess I'll have to look for companies that subcontract with the military or the government, like to see.
Yes. And thank you for calling, Sonia.
Thank you.
I wanted to thank Bill Foss for being my guest on the Psychic Horizon show.
Yeah, thank you, Shelley.
He will be back.
Thank you so much for.
You're welcome.
August 24th.
August 24th, and talking about psychic healing. And I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for producing the Psychic of Goldilocks production, for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for calling, Bill.
Yeah, thank you, Shelley. Thanks for having me on. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.